Hi, I'm Tanya representing the Robinson Lloyd Resiliency Group. We help companies to get an edge in three core ways. Firstly, we provide psychometric assessments that help our clients to understand how to help their students. We provide these services primarily to organizations that work with children and youth. Secondly, we use our data to customize program solutions or interventions that best meet the needs of our clients. And finally, we use our insights gained to help form meaningful connections or foster meaningful connections between our clients and all stakeholders. Today, I have the distinct honor of sharing our culminating speeches that were presented by students of the University Heights Charter School. First, you'd be hearing from their CEO, Dr. Christy Oliver. Just a bit of background about the Power Resilient Stars public speaking and self-awareness program. This evolved quite naturally from students sharing about their anxiety levels and, of course, their need to share how or express how they feel with more confidence, with more passion. And I am a distinguished Toastmaster of, for about 10 years or so. And I decided to use those skills to help them gain their skills in public speaking. Now, just a bit of background. Our students from University Heights Charter School will be addressing themes about the Robb Elementary School shooting in Uvalde, Texas. They would also be sharing their thoughts on the closure of UHCS, as well as themes concerning their life, inclusion, and coming from different cultures. Really amazing speeches lined up. Now let's just stop for a second to think about the Robb Elementary School shooting in Uvalde, Texas. According to the Washington Post, more than 311,000 students have experienced gun violence at school since Columbine. That's a big number, 311,000 students. We would like to, it seems that there's an attempt to brand persons living with mental health disorders as the perpetrators of these killings. But according to research, persons with serious mental health disorders were responsible for 10% of all violent crimes, homicides in the United States. For mass killings, they're responsible for 33%. The links for this data would be provided below. As I shared, our students learned how to develop their voice. They went through about 6 weeks of coaching on how to present a public speaking speech. They viewed topics that are current. And without further ado, we are going to look at the first message from the CEO of University Heights Charter School, Dr. Christy Oliver, followed by speeches from Christopher Gonzalez, who'd be sharing about his superpowers. That's a term that means characteristics or strengths that we teach in the Resilient Stars program. We'd also be hearing from London Davis, who shares and encourages us to take the jump, take the leap of faith, believe in ourselves. We'd also hear from Noah White, who was moved to write a speech after losing her great-grandmother, who lived to be 100 years old. We then hear from Marianis Torres, who spoke about the crime situation, particularly the mass shootings that have occurred recently here in the United States. We'll also be hearing from Abraham Omo Ihauser, who shares about work ethic, success being 25% purposeful, driven, and 85% work ethic. And we are going to hear from Sarah Crutcher, who shared Who Am I? Her views on being a Black student of University Heights Charter School, a Black American, as well as the need to feel safe. And finally, we would be hearing from Oseremekhian Oyakhilomen, who would be sharing her desire to fit in. I thank you, and I ask you to please share this video widely, share all of our videos with our speeches, because they're going to impact lives in a very, very powerful way. These children really moved the audience with their speeches. Very, very amazing and very proud of each and every one of them. Thank you. It's our time. Osi, the name of Osi's speech is entitled To Fit In. To Fit In by Osi. Let's please give a warm welcome to Osi. And we have the Torres family to support Osi.
Good evening, judges, parents, and fellow contestants. My name is Oseremekhian Oyakhilomen, and the name of my speech is To Fit In. The prompt is, in what ways does migrating to a new place affect your culture and sense of self? Moving to a new country isn't easy, especially if you've done it before. For me, moving to America felt like a repetition of memory. I had done this before. I had moved, started a new school, adapted, made friends, adopted their accents, their culture, the way they acted, dressed, their reactions. I followed the crowd. I had to. I had to fit in. This was the system I went by everywhere I go, constantly wishing I was included. If I was like them, maybe I'd feel included. Maybe I'd feel better. In this speech, I would like to share 3 ways where we can help others feel more welcome when they come from different cultures. Firstly, help them to see that they're enough. Secondly, ask them to share more about their culture. And finally, show them that you love them. I am enough, I know that now. But with all the changes, it seemed that feeling wasn't possible. I don't know. I never got to the point of fitting in. For some reason, I always feel like I'm lacking. Am I not enough? My self-esteem was affected by my constant comparison from myself to others in an effort to fit in. I always thought that if I was just like everyone else, it'd be easy for me. It's not. I'm constantly doubting and second guessing myself, constantly changing to feel more like them. I don't know what's wrong with me. On one hand, I have this desperate need to and desire to be included. On the other hand, I feel like I'm losing part of my culture. Secondly, my culture. Let me tell you a little about my culture. I am Nigerian. We are known for hard work ethic, our love for food and music. I wish others would ask me more about my culture, even ask to try my foods or understand our fashion. Nigerians understand when you see me trying to look American, it is not me rejecting you. Nigeria is my root, my source of inspiration, my reason for giving my everything, even when I feel so conflicted. I feel like I'm not Nigerian enough. Finally, show love. You can tell someone is struggling. When people are struggling, they withdraw, stay quiet, and seem shy. Please don't force them to speak up, but show you love them by allowing yourself to feel vulnerable too. For example, my friend Mary invited me to do this public speaking thing as she saw I really wanted to feel confident. I really wanted to feel confident speaking. She refused to give up on me, and it helped me refuse to give up on myself. Showing love doesn't cost us anything, and sometimes, yes, the love will not be returned, but like a boomerang, it may return to you when you least expect it. Dear judges, parents, and fellow contestants, tonight I share with you my speech on how immigration could affect our sense of self and share 3 ways that you could help someone feel more included by letting them know that they are enough. Asking them to share more about their culture, showing love, and please make an effort to try these things. You won't regret it. Thank you.
Thank you, Osi. Thank you. Okay, judges. You now have 1 minute to score Osi, at which time, judges, you would follow your chief judge into the breakout room for you guys to come up with our placements. And we will have some fun interviewing our speakers, tonight's speakers. I know that Mrs. Williams is on standby to help us with that. I see Osi's mommy in the house. Nice to meet you.